Today you will learn how to make a classic chewy sugar cookie. These are absolutely delicious and simple to do, and once you learn this recipe you can make so many more cookies. Here are your ingredients, but don't worry, there will be a link below that will include full nutrition information and more details as usual. You will need a baking tray, parchment paper is optional, a cooling rack, and you just want to preheat that oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. In a bowl, you want to have some butter, a half a cup, one stick, or 113 grams, and you want it soft where you can press into it. You can use margarine here, but remember, this is a very simple cookie, so the best quality margarine or the best quality butter is ideal. Next, we're going to add in some sugar. I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of white sugar, that's 150 grams. Now you can add up to a quarter cup more or a quarter cup less, depending on how sweet you like your cookie. But I do recommend starting it out at this rate if you want the traditional sugar cookie. You want to beat this until it's nice and smooth and creamy. Then we're going to add in 1 egg, 50 grams, and we're going to beat this until it no longer looks curdled. If you leave it to the stage where it looks curdled, that will affect the rise and the spread of the cookie. And I'll show you what curdled looks like in just a second. So you know to avoid this, and you especially want to avoid this when you are making a cake. This is what it looks like curdled. It's kind of a mess. It's still very wet. So just keep beating it until you get it to a nice fluffy consistency like that. Next, we're going to use 1 1/3 cups of flour, 200 grams. To that, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 3 grams, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.25 grams. Mix this in briefly, and then we're going to just put it into the mixture that we just made, and we're also going to put in some vanilla, which is 1 teaspoon, actually 1.5 teaspoons, or 7.5 milliliters. Now if you like, you can use just 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which is 5 milliliters, or 2 teaspoons of vanilla if you really like vanilla, 10 milliliters. And you can also use any kind of flavoring you like. Say if you like some lemon extract. That works beautifully as well. But for the traditional sugar cookie, it's just plain old vanilla. We're going to mix this together on a low speed until it starts to clump together, and it should hold its shape when you squeeze it like this. Make sure not to waste that dough that was stuck in the beaters. Go ahead and scrape that off, and then let's go on to the next step. Here is our cookie dough. If it was really soft, you could chill it. You could even chill this up to 3 days in the refrigerator. Now you want to use either a tablespoon or use one of these cookie scoopers. I'm going to show you what the cookie scooper looks like in a comparison to the spoon and see if you like which one or the other. First I'm going to pack it in really hard, and then I'm just going to do a gentle scoop so you can see the differences. And for the rest of them, I'm just going to use the tablespoon because everyone has a tablespoon, or at least they should. And if you don't have a tablespoon, we're looking at about 21 grams, 22 grams cookies each, and you're going to get about 2 dozen of these. So you want to space them out about 2 inches apart, 5 centimeters, give or take. It doesn't have to be ideal. They will spread a little bit. These two are the ones that were used with the scooper. The one on the top was the one that had the packed in amount, and the one on the bottom was the one that was just gently scooped in. And the rest of them are the ones used with a tablespoon. Let's look at these cookies, look what they look like on the outside and on the inside. They are absolutely delicious. You want to bake them anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes until you see a light golden brown on the edges. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Visit us at jacksonsjob.com for more, and as always, happy baking.